Alright, I got everything here cleaned up and all my refurb parts sitting here on the bench. And now the reassembly process can start. Look how nice and shiny that stuff looks. Incredible. And goes in flush. So Simon Fortman's style is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he actually talked to his girlfriend today and said, hold that.
It's a lot of words for him.
Yeah. Really? Then they are the wrong ones. And
yeah.
Your plan of throwing all the bolts into one bin didn't work out.
Simon Fortman's style is over. So,
okay.
Good.
Christian, the rear diff was a bit crunchy and the stuff that came out of it didn't look so good. I thought we're going to open it and refurbish it.
No, it's easy to replace if it's a problem. Okay?
Oh my God.
Okay?
Yeah, I think it will be a problem, but it will be easy to replace.
And we can make noise on a Sunday because there is a celebration all over all the villages and they make noise too. So people walking by think this is part of the event.
Yes, and they stop and are all amazed about our Land Rovers.
It looks really nice with this crusty, glossy, over-painted finish.
Yes, but I'm still worried about the inside.
The inside don't matter. It's you know, look, it turns. That's all. We're gonna fill new oil in. If it makes a problem, we'll drop it back out. It's too much work to refurbish this old thing.
Okay.
We would replace
it. His plan of throwing everything in a box didn't really work out.
Okay, I think these are the right ones, okay? These.
But there are only 3. We need 6.
Yeah, we need 6. So the other 3 are probably in here.
Oh my God.
One more.
There's one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So we got them. See? Put them all on here. And then I close the vise.
Grinder and I can do that stuff. Goes like that.
Cage nuts go back in here.
Oh.
Okay, don't want to drop them in the frame.
Yeah, we labeled everything before we...
There's an L on here, okay? See, L
oh,
for
that's
left.
Cool. Okay. Yeah,
So,
copper grease.
Copper grease.
I'm gonna get the small Milwaukee angle grinder with the battery system of the M12 because we already have batteries for it, and I'm gonna do all the refurbishment.
It's gonna be a long video.
Yes.
And the first beautiful refurbished piece goes on.
Yes.
Okay.
Dropped it. Now we are screwed.
Oh, I dropped his index cards. Because it's a Sunday and it just doesn't feel right.
Yes, and I said no.
And click, 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 click. Click, click.
Good. And now they get a white mark.
Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of bolts which we leave open now.
Yeah, and the second side's also done.
And the crossmember can already go in because we install the gearbox from above.
Yes.
Broken off bolt we gotta fix first.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that sucks, but we gotta do that first.
Oh, so we forgot to extract the broken off bolt.
Okay, this thread recovered well. We can still use it.
Okay.
You are in the way of my bolts.
Oh, yes. So you don't want to screw that up, guys. Otherwise you're going to have a hard day when you have to take out the cross member later on. The bolts go in from that side. We know that because we always have to bend down the exhaust. I'm not doing a Simon Fortman video. And on the other side they go in from that side because of the fuel of the diesel tank. Yes.
And they all copper greased like
Yes.
crazy.
And I don't wear any gloves.
And we never had a problem with a bolt getting loose, but we had many problems with bolts not opening.
Yes. And you want to grease everything because you might have to take out the transmission. If Christian will open the short block and install the trigger wheel wrong.
That could always be the case.
Yes, I know what I'm talking about when I talk about the cross member. I don't even know the German word for that. That's why we don't do videos in German. I'm not allowed to talk, but I'm going to talk anyway. On a later model Discovery 3, as in 2006 and younger, it's a 18 and a 15. On this Discovery 3, 2005, it's a 16 and a 15. How stupid is that?
Doesn't Vera have to tell really interesting stories today? But it's true. Another really important thing why you have to insert them in the correct direction, because now when you turn around and you got your wrenches, you can put them directly back on without switching them in your hand. Like Americans do when they eat a steak, okay, they put their knife down and then they take the fork and then they eat it, because with two hands it's not working so well. If you do this the correct way, you won't even have to change the tools in your hand.
Good.
So, and when you have that down, it might work with eating a steak with two hands, knife and fork.
Only reason Christian wants to work on a Sunday with weather that nice is because he ordered all stainless steel bolts and he cannot wait to install them. Look at that, it's almost empty. Oh my God, need to order a new one.
Can you get the Yokish cutting paste?
Yes. Look at the name, Yokish cutting paste. It's the funniest name. It's of course made in Switzerland.
Yeah. And it was not used on German tanks like I claimed. It's like literally like cutting edge engineering.
Yes. Please don't ask me which Yokish cutting paste. That Yokish cutting paste.
That Yokish cutting paste. So I saw this at my dad's house and he said his can is from when he did his apprenticeship and he's 86.
Yeah, but that one looks brand new.
I got that from a source where you walk in and you don't pay for it, okay?
Oh, okay.
I bought nice stainless steel bolts and I bought the ones with the washer integrated into the head.
And does it also have a 10.9? Or is that now a stupid
Stainless steel
screen?
is not rated like 10.9.
So they are all 12.8.
No, stainless steel is weak.
Oh my God, why did you do that?
Because they don't need to be strong, they need to be corrosion resistant, okay?
Okay, yes, an air tank's not gonna fall down.
And the first stainless steel bolt going in.
Yeah, I lost my light, unfortunately. So.
Oh, how interesting that is. Okay, you cannot imagine the joy of putting these bolts now in.
And look at the air tank. Maybe Christian can find a scene of the shape of the air tank while it was still installed. So in my world, the air tank is the worst thing on that entire car. But Christian believes he can apply his magic and get it all nice and shiny again, don't you?
When you see this level of corrosion, it's completely misleading. You think there is like lots of material missing, but it's not, okay? When you go over this is just the paint which corroded off. And if you have corrosion, it enlarges your metal in thickness in the factor of 8 to 10.
Oh, everybody knows by now that you're putting in a stainless steel.
Okay.
Here it is, next to the Yokish cutting paste. Sounds like a Land Rover is coming. Look, oh my God. that pretty boy. Yeah. And perfect. Feels left out.
Everything is interrupted, okay? Everything. I'm torquing my first 2 stainless steel bolts and suddenly it's no interesting anymore, okay? You go from here so I have a good angle like Simon Fortman.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Christian just loves Simon Fortman too much.
Yeah, look at that joy.
Simon Fortman does most of the stuff alone.
Now you can go to fill it.
You like your car?
Very, very much. I love it.
He loves it, yes.
And the winch goes in. Stainless steel hardware. So these bumpers are for the spare wheel. And even those we put in with stainless steel bolts, just because that's so satisfactory. Click, click. Click, click. See, there's an L on here. And L means it goes to the left. No, they won't hit. And by the way, the reason they won't hit is because they balanced around this axis, okay? So it's not heavier on the bottom or lighter on the top or vice versa. So if you accelerate, the entire force is just pushing it backwards and not doing this or this. That's why it don't hit, okay? It's just physics.
Question. Once the Rescuelot is done, I want you to build, Robin, me a bench here so I can sit here, enjoy the nice view and answer your comments. And you guys have commented that because of my little Sharpie incident, that I should write over with a whiteboard writer and then wipe it off both, and I'm gonna try that now. Now I can move on with my whiteboard pen.
Yes, do that.
And trust me, actually it works. I'm just amazed. Thank you guys for the comments. And there were not only one commenter who wrote that. So I take off the fuel, you know, and you have to dilute it a little bit.
Ooh, this is like magic.
It's like magic.
Okay, normally you need like a solvent and
Yes,
that destroys the whiteboard.
And that residue you also have here when you use a whiteboard marker.
You can already wipe this off because we did buy already the tank cover. It's
Okay,
sitting,
so I can take the fuel tank cover off.
It's sitting back there. Okay. You can also take the condenser off. We bought it. We bought intake hoses. The Goodyear Wrangler needs to stay.
Yeah.
Okay, and 2 stainless steel bolts. Normally there are 4. But there were only 2 when we got it. That's good enough. I'm not going to drill those other 2 out.
No, we're not gonna do that.
They're nicely overpainted already.
I cannot wait until I get my angle grinder. It's gonna be 150 euros. That sucks.
She wants her own angle grinder.
Yes.
And we keep putting on brackets with new stainless steel bolts. Okay?
Yeah.
Even this one can already go in.
Exactly. That's what it's for. Looking like a cup holder. I should install that on the inside. It's a nice fall day. And look at how pretty my frame is. But I put a stripe of tape over it, so I will remove it later on and you can see the VIN number. Maybe I should plug the breather hose here because it's gonna rain. It's fall. And hopefully the TÜV doesn't see that. It's an easy out if we have to change it. And here's our beautiful engine still intact, and we still have not even taken out the oil filter. Maybe we do that tonight. So our Bankruptosaurus is waiting ever since April. So Christian wants to get Sir Rescuelot done pretty soon so he can get the Range Rover. It's his most favorite work.
That's not true. I hate this, and I only do it because I have to.
Redoing the wiring harness while you are in there is a smart thing to do.
Yeah, there was this pinch point where the harness was pinched badly, so I opened this up.
Oh my god.
And I see that the wires here are extremely flattened, but I'm gonna have to open it up more to see if there's a problem. Then I found this wire being detached right here. And you can see it's corroded, and somebody fixed it. So I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, we gotta fix that bypass wire. And then there is this bypass wire here
Oh my
on the
God.
parking brake. So really, I found only 4 construction sites.
All I know is red is black and plus is minus.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. Yeah, red to black and plus is minus. That's the formula, and once we do that, it will work.
Oh my God.
I did open up this area where this damage was, and look what I found. Look
Oh
right
my
here.
God.
There's another one broken. That's a big black cable. So this one they did not capture. And I bet this has to do with the bypass cables back there. So what I need to do now is read an electrical drawing and find out what this plug, this pin, this cable does, and see if it has anything to do with the parking brake. That's where one bypass was, or with this cable here. Because this cable,
Another one.
4 construction sites, okay? But this is what I'm doing. I'm inspecting the areas where they did repair, and I'm suspicious because they did probably not find everything, and that's why they put bypasses in.
And that's
Here
why
you
they
can
sent him away.
see this cable here is suspicious, but it's a big wire.
Yeah, and you can use
this
your
one. But you can clearly see
tools.
a little damage like this can have serious consequences.
I'm glad he doesn't have this OCD like Sarah and Jude. She would take every cable apart, disconnect all the connectors, put in new cables and do all of that. And then make 4 videos about it.
You can't even strip it anymore. There is no conductor left inside. The conductor is corroded away. There's nothing left inside.
Oh my
So I
God, do we
to-
have to assume with all of them?
No, we don't.
Oh, sure? The car was running.
Look here, guys. This is where they bypassed the cable, okay? And they bypassed basically 2 green-yellow ones here. And I can feel that they are here solid and corroded away. And then they bypassed this. So I went in and I found the other end of the green-yellow, which is this one here. And the cable looks just fine. So
Actually, I found it.
2 cables go into here. Okay.
So 2 cables go into 1.
And that's called a splice, okay? So you have this going on. And that splice is somewhere hidden in the wiring loom. And that's where the water can go in, because a splice like this is not completely sealed, okay? It's just a piece of shrink tube. And right here, I found the loom where the splice is going in.
Oh my God.
And it just fell apart by touching it. Well, I don't want to say it's factory, but it's also unlikely that somebody was in here, fixed it, and it broke again, okay? So
That's very likely.
It's very likely. Yeah, this does not look factory, obviously. So somebody was in there, did a fix,
And there's a piece
probably
missing.
charged a ton of money for it, and then a few years later it failed again. Then the owner went back to the same workshop. They probably charged him money
Oh my
again.
God.
Okay.
What is that?
Well,
Are these drugs?
no. This is copper.
Oh, yes.
When copper corrodes, it has this. It looks like this. It's green. Okay, Grünspan.
I know, but what
It's called
was it
Grünspan
originally?
in German. I don't know what this is in English, but now after this video, we're gonna know it at least 50 times. This is good, okay? So which means the cable needs to be tied back into here. So that was easy. That took about, I would say, an hour 20 to locate all problems. And now where it is analyzed perfectly, all I got to do is fix it, okay? Fixing is easy once you know where the problem is. So you can see here, I soldered a really thick wire to the green-yellow one, which broke off. It's soldered all the way around. I got all conductors. I didn't cut one. Of course, you need this amount of heat. The insulation here is going to shrink back a little. Now I got to make sure I seal this properly. Over my soldering connection, I put now some silicone. Push now a shrink tube through this. There we go. So we got now plenty of silicone under this shrink tube. And we hope that this is now really absolutely cured. We're gonna put another layer over it. There we go.
Christian is still at work, and I have to say, well, I've graduated to bodyworks, you know. I'm now allowed to use the angle grinder and power tools and stuff like that. But the electrical system is still a big mystery to me, and I'm not sure if I'm ever going to learn that.
As long as you know red's black and plus is minus, this is all no problem.
Okay, then, though I'm all good because I do know that. Oh, what a nightmare. And I'm gonna have to clean that up. So I have here the oil filter of our Sir Rescuelot, and Christian wants to take the engine apart, which I'm not a fan of. But we said the oil filter decides, and look at that. It's been dripping off now for a couple of days. There is absolutely nothing inside. It's completely chipless. So I hope we leave that engine intact, at least the block and the cylinder head, and move on. Today is October 1st and the frame is still only a frame. And Christian wants to buy a Range Rover L405 with a V8 engine in pieces, so he has to get one car done first. So for our oil filter, I labeled a bag and we'll keep that filter till the next oil change, and then we see what happens. And I hope he leaves it alone. Yes, and I'm gonna put that filter onto the pile of all of our other filters. I put all the wiring harness stuff in a big box here. Okay, Christian will be pleased to edit all that footage. Well, when we clean the floor underneath our lift, we put everything in our city trash, which gets burned, you know, because there are so many metal parts and metal shavings and plastics and tie wraps and stuff like that, though everything goes into the city trash. Good, so all is clean and now we can move on. As a German Discovery 3 WhatsApp group, I'm in it. I read every comment. I rarely write anything back because then they stop writing, you know, they stop communicating once I'm involved. But they were talking about the General Grabber 83 recently as an off-road tire. Though if you do green laning or mud driving, I'm sure it's a super cool tire because the thread is incredible. And look at that. That only was driven for 3 weeks. We got it right before our vacation a couple of years ago. And we went on a 2-week vacation and that's all it drove. Because of the rim damage. Here. That is extensive rim damage almost all the way through. The General Grabber, and we've had that on all of them. We had like 6 General Grabber tires because we had to replace that one and then we had to replace another one. And the sidewall sucks. So if you are someone going into the Western Alps or if you go onto rocky terrain, the General Grabber is no good. I now have the Toyo Open Country AT on it, and we went to the Pyrenees Mountains in northern Spain and we did some rocky trails. There's no damage at all. So I have the Pirelli Scorpion All-Terrain on our Prince Charming here. I highly doubt that tire will ever see any rocks. We're gonna mount that tire then onto our Bankruptosaurus Rex over there when we sell Prince Charming. Maybe then. Our Bankruptosaurus Rex, Christian wants to keep that one because he has a winch, a snorkel, a roof rack, which we're gonna put onto Lord Frankenstein because Philip needs more space, and a spare wheel carrier. And he has, look at that, he has the Yokohama Geolander. And Christian didn't allow me to get the Geolander because I actually wanted that one also. So I went with a Toyo.
There are a couple areas at the frame where I'm using chassis sealant here. And I'm gonna seal them up because it's trapping water. Okay, so all I gotta do is wipe this off a little bit here. And this way the water is gonna run out and it's not gonna be trapped back in there. So there are a couple of corners like this and I'm gonna go around and do all of them. I'm using Sika Flex, which can be easily overpainted when it's cured. So I got this wiring harness completely reworked Everything is like new on it. And I also fixed all the problems with it, which were like 4 or 5 corroded sections. I replaced those. And it's ready to go back in. So we gotta somehow throw this back on here and get it all sorted. Just gonna throw that on here roughly where it belongs, like this. So basically, wherever there were damage to the wires, I fixed it and I re-wrapped it. I had to cut all this open to cut back into good core wires. Over here there was also a lot of damage right here. I even re-wrapped the heat resistant tape. This is where I found 4 bad wires which I had to replace, all the way back to one connector on the other side in one case. I thought it's going to be 2 hours of work and it ended up being 6 hours working on this wiring harness. So now I got it roughly positioned where it belongs. I know this one went to this valve here. I know these go right here to those 2 holes, and then this cable went below. Here you can see I got this on my phone and I'm gonna place the cable exactly like it used to be, and then some of the clips will automatically line up. There we go. And the silencer for the air compressor goes on. I also repaired the heat resistant tape right here, and it can go back in place here. There, and these tabs broke off, so I'm gonna have to fix that. And I got this humongous tie wrap here to fix this. There we go. This is good, better than before. Before I'm gonna move any further, I'm gonna put this parking brake module in, because those cables are extremely critical from the routing and I want to get this right. There we go. Brand new Land Rover cage nut goes in here, and when they knew they're pretty tough to get in. There we go. Click, click. Very nice, like new. And here we mount the parking brake with brand new rubber bumpers, like Matt would say. Stainless steel nuts. Click, 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 click. Parking brake cable is here nicely routed, as it was originally. Just this bracket is a little corroded.
Quiet time like Simon Portman style is over because I'm back.
All the wiring harness back there is done.
Oh my god. Oh, look at that. That looks nice.
Yeah.
Look at it. No galvanizing. Guys, you don't need to galvanize your Discovery frame.
You can't galvanize a Discovery frame, okay? I know we get this comment a lot. Why don't you just galvanize it? Because nobody on this planet would put a dirty frame like that, and that's a boxed frame, into his galvanizing bass. That's just not gonna happen.
People do galvanize their...
Yeah, when it's brand new and remade.
So he's looking for his drill. Yeah, it is. And he looked everywhere. It's like 3 steps.
It was already dark when I looked for it.
He looked everywhere. He closed off all the gaps with Sikaflex or something like that. That is where water can collect and not run out.
Yeah, magically all this happened when you were not around.
Yes. You see here there's a drain hole. And here too, so you don't need to do that. But there was no drain hole here, even after the rust removal.
Okay, biggest piece we bought.
And
200 euros, that was cheap.
yeah, let's hope it fits. Look at that.
This is so satisfying, and I didn't have to do any cleaning on this.
And for 200 euros,
This is
that is unbelievable, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian has his own cleaning bottle.
No, mine is better. Got a lot of diesel in it.
Yes, it's the first car we bought without an empty tank. Thank you. I'll join you later and show what you are doing. Everybody who remembers our Lord Frankenstein rebuild knows that Christian dropped the tank. Oh shit. We are looking for a tank cover piece. Christian found it. That is a rare occasion.
So the car was previously painted with some sort of underbody protection, and they sprayed it over everything. If you want to see that cleaned off, you gotta watch Sarah and June, okay? And I'm just happy that they didn't use Lenogard, because that would be messy now. Don't use that stuff.
Or any other sticky stuff.
Even if they show it as a commercial in our videos, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, today is October 3rd, national holiday in Germany. Philip is driving his Discovery 3 exactly for 2 months now. Putting on thousands of kilometers. And up the frame goes so we can mount the tank.
So we got new Land Rover cage nuts here. That's important. Ah, damn it.
How on earth did you get them off?
And that's not my fault.
It's not my fault either. What are you talking about?
The conclusion from her is, if it's not my fault, it must be her fault.
Yes. That's how your mind works.
And I put this one in wrong, and none of you guys told me. Good.
Okay, here we go again.
Go ahead. We need another 1.5 inches. Good.
Whoa, it's not.
I got the wrong socket.
Oh, it's finally empty and I can get my liquid moly stuff.
No, I still got some out of it. Not yet. And the bolt in here is not an M10. Can you believe that? See, this is an M10 thread. And it's just not matching.
Yeah. So that's what you get for 200 euros instead of 375.
It was anyway bugging me that it was different head.
Nobody uses a 14 on a Land Rover.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, the Chinese didn't copy it, right?
The Chinese got their machine screwed up. A real M10 goes in.
We have all the bolts at home, but what are you gonna do if you don't have the correct bolt at home? Then you're stranded.
You go to Harbor Freight.
Yes.
Oh, about 2 inches down. That's it. Okay, third attempt. Why did this have to be a struggle on a Sunday morning?
Yes.
Yeah. I screwed up the thread. I had to recut it because of the wrong bolt. We had to get it all the way back up. Then we had to look for bolts.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. I only needed like another inch. Okay, needing another inch could be interpreted out of context.
Guys always think it's bigger than it really is. Christian, what did we forget?
To tighten these here.
To torque the crossmember bolt. So torque that last. Good thing we can reach the screws, the bolts from top. Usually when you do that in-car installed, you have to lower the tank. You need the torque for your crossmember bolt and you want to look it up in your trusty Haynes workshop manual, which you of course own having a Discovery 3. They get tightened to 90 Newton meters. I'm going to write it down, crossmember. Well, I never forget, because I expect it under the clutch, under the transmission, even the transfer gearbox, but not under the prop shafts. The background noise today on our national holiday is provided by Robin, who does not have to work or go to school, so he can work in his workshop. And he is building a permanent shelf for his new tools. Oh, the Makita cordless drill, because he always uses ours. And he got a new angle grinder, even though I wanted a new angle grinder, but Robin got one. Look at that, in a nice angle. And up he goes again. And it's not gonna fall down like on Frau Lord Frankenstein.
Okay, now we can clip this together here. Okay. I would have thought this clip goes in the other way, but it goes in this way. Okay. And it goes in here.
Park brake release cable.
Yeah, that's important. This gotta go here and here.
Oh, thanks for my baggy organization. We found the special clip that goes in here. In real life, that's where the prop shaft sits, and it comes loose because it doesn't sit properly, and then it wraps around your prop shaft.
Okay.
So this is Robin's workshop, you know, with his brand new welding table. Oh, it's all messed up. But he did so much work for us that I'm gonna take the time and clean his workshop, because he started school again, in addition to his full-time job. I'm only gonna swipe that stuff onto the ground. Look at that, that's another piece. I learned that the Liverpool bird looks a bit like that. So check this out. It's all clean. So now I have to clean up everything down here so we can mount the scaffolding. We are gonna get delivered a scaffolding this week. So let me show you. It's all nasty. And we have to remove that branch. That's also where we store our rebar for concrete. And Christian always thinks I fall down. Look at that, the walnuts are coming. I'm gonna have to collect the walnuts now too. Cool. I'm gonna clean off all the leaves first, so the scaffolding can sit on solid ground. I don't even know where I'm gonna put them. And now I have to deal with our concrete mixer. We actually need like a garden hut for our tractor and our garden supplies, which I'm not allowed to use. For like right here, we have a flat spot. We just don't have the time because Christian wants to get a Range Rover with the engine in pieces. I even cleaned everything down here. I mean, I collected the walnuts. Look at that. Well, he's still far behind, but he's slowly releasing its walnuts. So all is clean here too. Well, almost. Look at that. How many walnuts are on the ground. Ah, look at that. And Christian got home from work and he's gonna clean up the rest. It's his most favorite thing to do on our property. I think he even likes to drive his lawnmower more than his Discovery down here. He's like Forrest Gump.
Now I'm gonna get all kinds of comments because my tractor is in such a good condition, okay? But I gotta show you guys the starting procedure, which is a little bit complicated, okay? You take the key.
And everything is missing here because it cannot fall off anymore. That's why we don't replace it. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna keep on doing my garden work so we get done. So that's round number 3. Awesome. Round number 4. Round number 5. So 5 1/4. So look at that, my wheelbarrow is almost full and that's one day. Oh, I missed one. So you saw the before shot. Another one. Oh my God. That's awesome. That was a pretty good harvest for today. So I'm just gonna spread them out and let them air dry a couple of days. Tomorrow or the day after, I'll move them up here where it's covered, so no dew or rain is gonna touch them. But I have to clean up first. That would actually be enough for 1 year, but God knows what happens the next year. Maybe we have a late frost again, and then all the walnuts are gonna be killed. You know, the blossom. When the blossom gets killed by a late frost in May, then we have no walnuts. So Christian cleaned up good, because now when the second round of walnuts are falling, I actually see them looking so good. Oh no. Oh, I would have just cut it there. Maybe I do that tomorrow. He's causing more trouble. Yes.
Look at this tree. This is just incredible. And every single one is perfect. I already ate 4 of them, okay? Like trying to save them. But after 4, I was done.
No, I move the wood, please.
Oh,
please let me move the wood. I'll explain to you tomorrow the debacle Christian and I are having all the time. Because Christian tries to make everything complicated. Like put the lift where the forge is, behind the house. Christian is not the smartest guy when it comes to organizing stuff.
I invented the organizing, okay?
No, you can't even organize your Land Rovers. Look at that, they are all spread out all over the way.
If you look in the dictionary under organizing, it says that's what Christian Muth does.
No, I'm much better than that. I will also remove that and clear that up tomorrow. Look at that. You know, putting up our scaffolding so we can renovate the roof.